Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. All right. It is time for us to talk about the Shy. This is the review recap for the Shy. All right. This is season 5, episode 5. And the name of this episode was We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off. All right. And with an episode with that name, I'm like, okay, I'm not expecting to see what we saw at the end, y'all. That is the exact opposite, okay, of what the damn title said. Okay, I thought we was going in a different direction here, y'all. But I have to say, I like this episode. I like this episode. All right, let's get into it. So, we started out the episode with Miss Gemma and Jake talking, and this conversation went how I thought it was gonna go. Okay, it is Gemma that is thinking about this AB. She's saying she ain't here for it. All right, it is her body. She will do what she needs to do and what she wants to do, what she thinks is best for her, which she is absolutely right about. Okay, but Jake is saying, I want this daggone baby. Okay, why does it have to be that? Why don't you want a baby from me, right? He is saying that they can work hard, they can do what they gotta do. He was like, is a baby gonna stop you from doing things that you need to do or that you want to do? And she's saying to a certain degree, yes, it will change everything, okay? And that is facts on facts on facts. I get where she's coming from. I don't think that they are ready for a baby, and this is a very big and heavy decision. We seeing Miss Keisha is still at damn Emmett's house. I'm like, wait, Keisha, girl, you ain't go home yet. Did you go home and come back? Like, what's good? All right. And so she over here in the kitchen and she looking at Emmett every damn minute, and he's still, looking on Facebook at this damn live, listening to homeboy telling him about being celibate. He's all into it and he eating his cereal in his own world or whatever. She over here buttering up toast, and then she comes to the table and she's like, what are you looking at? Every minute they looking at each other, then he looking at her and he looking back down at the phone like, nah, you know what I mean? I gotta stay in this zone, and I'm like, if you gotta stay in this zone, Emmett, then maybe you don't want to have her up here in the house, all right, with her little shorts on in the damn kitchen. But nonetheless, we gonna continue, right? And so when she starts to ask him who he's listening to and he's trying to explain it to her, whatever the case may be, she's like, well, what gives him the license to be handing out advice? Like, in other words, why should you be listening to him? And I'm saying, Keisha, why are you saying that? Because you don't want him to follow it, girl? I say, yeah, we see you. So, basically she's telling him that he's always been a good man, because he was saying that, since he's actually been listening to this guy, he feels like he's been helping him and making him a better man. And he was like, I wasn't really what I was supposed to be when we was together. I'm saying? I wasn't doing the right things. And she was like, no, I'm saying? You wasn't. You messed up sometimes. Okay, we can agree on that. But Miss Keisha's liking what she's seeing right now, okay? And she ain't trying to let up off you, boy. So I said, all right, y'all. I don't know. So now, we get Kevin. He's basically helping his girl Simone put her costume together for this cosplay. And he was like, I'm not really into dressing up. That ain't been my thing. Because she was asking him why he don't get a little, outfit going on and come with her. And, Kevin over here talking about, so what exactly are you supposed to be, Storm or somebody? I said, boy, you don't watch at least the damn cartoons, movies, something. I know everybody don't read comics. I haven't read all them too, but damn well she ain't look nothing like no Storm, okay? But she's cute, all right? She had her own little outfit, and she was like, nah, I do my own thing, okay? I don't want to go as somebody else. She was like, this is more of you inventing your own style and your own thing. So he was like, okay, well, what exactly are you supposed to be? And she was like, something about like a moon girl. And he was like, well, what is your superpower? And she was saying that it is, talking to the moon or whispering to the moon, and that she could talk to the moon about any and everything. So he was like, oh, do you ever talk to the moon about me? All right. I said, I'll see you, Kevin. Okay, they cute. And so she started like putting him in the mirror, making him look at himself and asking him, if you were a superhero or whatever and you had powers, what would your powers be? And he said he always kind of felt like, he would like to be able to make it rain whenever he wanted to or whatever the case may be, right? And she was like, okay, I hear you, I feel you. And so they was just like really having a little bonding moment or whatever. And she was like, let's see if we can get something together for you. So I was like, I'm here for this girl and Kevin. Okay, it's cute. So Trig over here looking at pictures of him and his little fake girl, on Instagram, and he all dressed up in his suit. And I say Luke James was looking handsome. He got his braids and stuff going back. And so here come, Jake, basically like, what's up? Why you all dressed up? And he was basically telling him, he is trying to change his image. I said, honey, you trying to change more than that, but okay. So, Jay goes up to him and basically sits down, and he's like, what's going on? Obviously, he could see that there's something else happening here with Jake and that he wants to talk. And, he's asking him if he ever got a girl pregnant. And he's like, no, why? Is Gemma pregnant? And he talking about, oh, no, 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 no. Nothing like that. What you talking about? And he tells him, that's why Amani gave you all of them daggone condoms. And he's like, you sure it's not nothing else that you need to talk to me about? You sure it's not nothing else you need to say? And he's basically like, nah, 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 I'm good. And then Jake still keeps looking at him and Trig still looking at him. Okay. And then, AKA Victor, and giving his face like he knows there's more to it. But right now he's so busy worried about running out the daggone door, he don't really take the time to get into the conversation. And I'm sitting here yelling at the TV like, Trig, talk to him, talk to him, talk to him. Don't leave. You see it's something else going on. And I'm saying, Jake, talk to him, talk to him, talk to him. Say, yeah, that was your opportunity to spill the beans and let him know everything that's going on. But he didn't, okay? And so Victor got ahead and walked out the door. And then Jake is just still sitting there looking. I said, oh, boy, here we go, right? So then, you got Rashad here with his girl looking in the mirror. She telling him how nice and silky his skin look. He like, damn, I ain't look this good. You know what I'm saying? In a long time, apparently homegirl done took him to get a facial. Okay. He talking about some, self-care is new to me and I'm here for this. I said, yes, come on, Shad, bring it. Y'all talking self-care this week. Y'all talking, had Maisha talking some, affirmations last week. I'm here for it, baby. All right. She is teaching him new things. He thanks her for broadening his horizons. I said, I know that's right. And she basically was saying, how happy she is with him. And he's saying how happy he is with her. So things seem to be going really good for them. All right. And, they go ahead and lay back or whatever. And she started telling him how she never saw herself with somebody that's been locked up. She always told herself she wouldn't mess with anybody that's been locked up. But he has been able to come into her life and change her mind. And he's like, oh, yeah. And she is like, yeah. And he was like, well, I'm going to tell you, I ain't never had no woman like you. And I didn't never think it was even possible to get a woman like you. And he was like, I know it ain't been that long, but I love you. And then she tell him she love him too. I said, all right now, y'all cute, little chocolate on chocolate. I am here for it, okay? So I was okay with that. I said, okay, Rashad, go ahead. I like seeing Rashad happy, what a difference a day makes, okay? And so we got Miss Tracy walking in with Rosalind is, behind her. We got Quentin sitting down. We got Duda sitting down. Honey, Tracy done got herself caught up into some mess, all right? She talking about, what are y'all doing here? I said, girl, this what you signed up for when you started messing with Duda again. So Tracy is basically letting them know, like, okay, things was going good with y'all putting the police, out or whatever. But now we getting these packages, so we got problems happening here. So they was like, I know daggone well you ain't call us down here for no stolen packages, okay? We ain't got time to be dealing with no petty crimes and no, small time hustlers or whatever. And she was like, well, y'all better make it y'all business. They was like, well, what exactly do you want us to do? And she was like, I don't know, but y'all need to step up and handle it and fix it and make these problems go away, because if not, we're going to get more and more complaints as far as these packages being stolen, and they're going to want the police to step back in. Quentin talking about he ain't got no problems with cops. We already know that he said that, from since he came back. And anyway, he feels like they should have just been still paying them off. But nonetheless, they say, okay, we going to figure it out and we going to go ahead and talk to them or whatever the case may be, and get them to go ahead and step out of this. Of course, Tracy is over here, screwing up her face every minute as they are talking. So, we have Mr. Trigg. We see him walking through and he over here going in slow motion and giving googly eyes to reporter girl, okay? So that's what he done got dressed all up for. You know, she telling him he looking sharp and he's saying, yeah, he had to try to fix up, you know what I'm saying, his image or whatever. And that he also had a feeling he was going to see her. So she was like, oh, so you don't put on some cologne so you could smell good for me. You know, they talking or whatever the case may be. And he started talking about some, do she want to get out of here? And she's like, no, actually, I got to stay here. I got to handle some business, but I won't be here for long. So maybe we could go ahead and meet up afterwards. So I said, well, Trigg, you ran out the house and left Jake in that conversation just so you could go smile up in homegirl face. That's what it was all about. You didn't really have no work to go do. Oh, okay. So, you know, we get Mr. Jake just still going through the motions, and he go ahead and see Kevin. And, you know, he's venting to him and he lets him know that she's pregnant. And, you know, they both just sitting there looking like don't know what to say. Mind you, when he get there, Kev got on this daggone shirt that basically have like a lightning rod, I guess that was supposed to be. And I don't know what the hell the damn hat was that he had over his face with the mask. So, you know, Jake is asking him like, what the hell is that you got on? And he's like, oh, I don't know. You know, it was like if he forgot he had it on for a minute. And, you know, they sit down to talk or whatever the case may be. And when Jake is confiding in him, telling him about Gemma, you know, I love the fact that Kevin moved over to him and hugged him and basically was like, it's okay to be sad. And he was like, I am sad. You know, I love that little bonding moment. And I was just like, you know, Kevin's such a real friend, right? And so, you know, he's basically like, you know, do you really think that y'all ready to be parents now? He's like, oh, so you agreeing with Gemma? He's like, no, I'm not saying that. You know, Jake says to him, who's ever ready for something like this, right? And, you know, at one point, Jake snaps at Kevin like, oh, what, are you mad? Are you jealous, man? And Kevin is kind of like, you know me better than that. I'm like, boy, if you don't shut the hell up, you know, he gonna talk about some, yeah, you right. I'm just was in my feelings for a moment. I said, yeah, get it together, because let's not forget you the one that did the backstabbing, you know what I'm saying, and the jealous mess, okay, and from the beginning. And if Kevin was gonna be jealous, the time for that done came and went. He already done moved on to bigger and better things, all right? So, you know, he's actually trying to be a friend to you. And I'm like, you don't even deserve his friendship right about now. And so, you know, basically he was like, you know, if you feeling this way or whatever and you do still want to keep the baby, why don't you just tell Gemma the way you feel? And he says he's going to be okay. And Kevin is basically like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. So, you know, like I said, he was a real friend to him in that moment. Then, you know, Jake ends up turning around and saying, listen, come with me. We got to get you together because you can't go nowhere with no damn costume like that. Okay, so he go ahead to leave with him for him to help him fix himself up, right? And so then we're seeing that they're at this Follow Her Dreams, you know, college fair, whatever. Maisha's getting it in. Okay, my girl is going from table to table. She trying to see what's going on. Whereas Gemma's spending most of her time in the bathroom, and then coming out every so often we see her walking around. But she ain't really doing nothing because she just getting flashes and memories and thoughts of the conversation that she had with Jake. And I guess just really trying to figure out what is she going to do. And so we have this moment with her and Maisha again in the bathroom where Maisha's like, you know, girl, what's going on? And she was like, well, I told Jake and he seemed so sad and, you know, so pitiful and so, you know, like he want to have it and he want to keep it. And she was like, okay, well, he'll get over it. And she telling her how she had this dream that they had the baby. And she was like, yeah, well, then you woke up from that nightmare. And Gemma's like, actually, it wasn't that bad. It was actually a good dream. She said, okay, but then you woke up and how did you feel when you woke up? And, you know, she pretty much was saying that she has still felt the same. And so she was like, well, what do you actually, you know what I'm saying, want to do or whatever? And she basically was kind of saying like, I don't know, you know, she still was just feeling confused and hurt and everything like that. And Maisha came over and gave her a big hug. So again, I do like, you know, the growth that Maisha and her friendship seem to be having, and the fact that Maisha is there, because I don't feel like she should be going through this by herself, even though I still cannot stand daggone Gemma. Okay, maybe this will be the thing to actually make her be grounded and grow somewhat. Who knows, right? And so then we have Emmett here in the daggone, you know what I'm saying, restaurant or whatever. And he asking this person like, okay, what you want. And the next thing, he pulling out a damn gun. We got Rashad looking. He telling Emmett give him all his money. So I'm like, oh God, oh no. Then Rashad stand up like, what are you doing? You can't come in here robbing this place. Put the gun down. And he start walking over to the person. So I'm like, oh God, no, don't let Rashad get killed. Don't let Rashad get hurt. And Rashad is able to get the gun down, all quick and easy. I said, okay, wait a minute, what's going on? And Emmett looking all shook. Next thing you know, he like, what's wrong with you, boy? You trying to come in here and steal money from them? They ain't got nothing but a couple $100s. Here go Emmett talking about we got more than that. I said, shut up, Emmett. Now's not the time to talk. So here go Rashad Bakari. I said, sit your behind down. Come over here and sit down. I said, no, it's not Bakari. I said, no, Bakari, that's you. I said, well, damn, Rashad's like, I know that ain't who I think it is. I said, no, he didn't come up in here stealing. So the next thing you know, Rashad talking about some, give him some food. Emmett is like, listen, he just tried to rob me. You want me to give him some food? He was like, please, can you fix him a little place? So Rashad go over here and he talking to him like, what's wrong with you, boy? He's like, I could try to help find you a job and help you out how I can. And Bakari's just kind of like, why do you care? Why do you still keep getting involved? And, worried about what I'm doing. And I guess it's something in Bakari that Rashad is seeing something in Bakari that reminds him of himself. Maybe he feels like he wish somebody would have helped him in that way. I don't know. That came off a little fake to me, but I was just like, okay, I get where y'all trying to go with that. So, he go ahead and sit down with him or whatever and try to get through to him. But I don't know if it's any getting through to Bakari, but it might be because he started crying a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? He don't know what to do and what direction he going in and all of that kind of stuff. And he's always kind of just made mistakes and made the wrong decisions and everything like that. And so, Rashad was telling him that he's going to help him the best that he can. And he seemed like he was getting a little emotional too. So, Jake done came back to the house with, Kevin and just, hooked him up with this sweatsuit, okay, put these little lightning things all around it and stuff like that. So now here it is when freaking Emmett come in. Keisha still there. Did Keisha move in with Emmett? Did Keisha move in with Emmett? Keisha is like a damn roach now. You can't get rid of her. He telling her about the robbery and all of that, and she giving him a hug and telling him she's sorry and is he okay. And she sees that, he done brung this food in with him, and he was saying it's supposed to be this all men's, little men get together, whatever, tonight, where he was supposed to be having this card game. And she's basically like, do you ever eat anything else? You can't just be eating Smokies every day. He was like, shit is free, why not? I ain't trying to spend no extra money on food. So she tell him, she gonna cook up something or whatever. Let him go ahead and take his shower and get relaxed and stuff like that. And she also says that she's going to be there for tonight's game. And he was like, well, it's all men. And she talking about, that's okay. It don't matter. I said, Keisha, no, girl. Now you doing too much, all right? Like, listen, I can understand you want to cook him a little something, but then you need to pack it up and go home, honey, unless I missed the damn memo. Like, what is going on here? So nonetheless, he go ahead and take his shower, and we see her in the kitchen just chefing it up and chopping it up. He come out the shower. She telling him how he was in there for a long time. We see this big spread on the table, and he like, wait, when did you start cooking like this? And he tasting it, and he's saying, this is good. Now, when he came out in that shower, I thought they was about to get into it then, but they didn't, okay? And, he telling her what a good job it is. He just smacking on the back, right? So now it's like, yeah, okay, I done fed my man. And, that type of vibe going on. She looking at him, smiling. I said, Keisha, girl, cut it out. So we get the reporter and Trig sitting down, honey, for lunch. They sitting here drinking on some margaritas, baby. It looked like they was at BBQs with them BBQs glasses, okay? I used to go on them dates. So, basically he laughing and, talking about what he want to do with himself and all of that. And they vibing. And then, of course, they get back into the conversation of, why is he not living his truth? And he's like, oh, we still off record. And she basically was saying, when's the last time you been with a cis woman? Because he basically was like, listen, I do like women. Who says I didn't like women? And he was like, transgender women or women too. And she's like, hey, I'm agreeing with you there. But, what I'm saying, when's the last time you been with a cis woman? It seemed like he had to really think about that a long time. Like he ain't know. And he was like, well, then what does that make me? What is the name for that? And she was saying she don't know. And he said, well, he don't know either. He's never put no name to it. He just know he like what he like or whatever. I'm a little confused though at why this is a storyline, because it was never a secret that he was with Amani. Everybody in the neighborhood seemed to know he was with Amani. He literally was always going and working. Part of the reason why he's even been able to get into the position that he's in now is because of Amani. Like, she was the one that had him out there starting, helping with the girls, the one that talked about the problems they was having with the police and sending him out. So I'm confused as how we went from that storyline to this storyline. But okay, I'm gonna roll with it. And so, but we seeing them spending this day together damn near, right? They drinking, then the next minute they in the car smoking. She telling him about how she's a reporter, so she know how to keep secrets. I said, honey, we can agree to disagree with that part, all right? I would not trust her, and I would not be sitting here spilling the damn beans to her every minute if I was Trig. I think that is a freaking big mistake, okay? But, what I'm saying? I digress. That is what we see him doing, and we know this is going to come back to bite him later. So then we get, Quentin and them and Zuda, they go see these guys. Of course, the guy come pulling a gun out on him, talking about, who are you? Like he thought Quentin was about to flinch. And Quentin was basically like, look, I'm the boogeyman, okay? I'm not the one that you want to mess with. So he was like, why don't we go sit down and talk? You know what I'm saying? Like grown-ups right now, and stop playing these child games. So when they get in the office, they asking them what they want, and they both say two different things. Quentin done changed up and talking about he wants some damn 20%. You can see on Duda's face that he like, what the hell are you doing? At first they like, I ain't paying you that. Are you crazy? And they try to be like on some duck if you buck, and Quentin basically threw him up against the wall, and Duda got up and had the guns out like, now y'all want to go ahead and play around, or y'all want to sit down and act like y'all got some damn sense, okay? And so he tells him it's going to be 20%, and then Duda basically was like, okay, 20% plus, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to throw some regular donations to the Rock Center or whatever. Do we have an agreement? And they tell them, yeah. So when they get outside, Duda's like, what the hell was that about? That wasn't part of the agreement. What are you doing? And he was like, now we going to be in with some little, small time hustlers. And he was like, no, that's not the point. Now they know not to mess with us and deal with us in certain ways. And he was like, you was moving a little slow in there, okay? Next time be quicker, because I almost had to kill that damn fool with my bare hands. And he walk off and leave Duda just standing there. So we still seeing damn Trig, smoking in the damn car with the reporter now, honey. Like I said, he really trying to spend this whole day with her. He chilling, smoking, drinking, and running his damn mouth a mile a damn minute, okay? He is acting, to me, in my opinion, like he left his damn brains at home, all right? And I'm like, Trig, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, sir? Wake up. I felt like doing the ending of Spike Lee's movie, okay? What was that? Do the Right Thing? Was it Do the Right Thing? No, it wasn't Do the Right Thing. School Days, wake up! Yeah, that's what I need Trig to do, okay? Now, Rashad done brung Dan Bakari home. I said, now we bringing off people off the street. He's telling him, I can't live here with you, and he's asking him, do you want to be homeless? I said, Rashad, you damn near homeless yourself. How the hell you bringing somebody to somebody else's house when you don't pay no damn bills there either, sir? Now, I like you and everything, but you doing too much. So he bringing him back. I said, let's see what Trig got to say about that, right? And so, we basically get Trig coming in after he done sat out all damn day, acting like he doing a damn Love Jones. She tell him she can keep a secret, but she ain't gonna be a secret. He trying to be a gentleman and get out and open the door for her, and watching her walk away with this big smile on his face. I said, Trig, you setting yourself up, boy. You setting yourself up. You can't blame nobody but yourself when it goes to shit. So he coming in smiling, and Rashad is like, I'm glad you in this good mood, and he laying food out on the table, whatever. And he was like, okay, what is it? And he started telling him about, the fact that he bought Bakari back then. He's like, please, what if we would have had somebody to help us and look out for us in that way and all this other stuff. And Trigger's saying, boy, you don't even pay rent. He's saying the same thing that I say. He's like, how the hell you gonna bring somebody else in here and this ain't even your damn place? But he does get him to loosen up a little bit. Trig at first was saying, well, take him to damn Trinity House. I'm with Trig. Take him to Trinity House. He's saying, no, he'll still get caught up out there in the streets and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? If he's there. So he told him, we going to see. We going to let him rock here for a little minute. So he was like, all right, thank you. So he was like, anyway, why did you come in smiling from ear to ear? But at this point, Trig ain't even want to go into that. So we seeing, he said he got to get ready for this card game. And he was like telling him to come on. And so Rashad was like, man, I can't be going and playing cards with y'all old dudes. And Trig let him know, like, you the oldest guy I know. So when they get there, it's Darnell, it's Trig, it's Rashad, it's Emmett, and damn Keisha behind is still there, y'all. Okay, she stays too. And they complimenting her on this dip that she made. They drinking or whatever have you. They talking crap about how they ain't got time to be being romantic, all right? They got to get down for the get down. They also making different jokes on Emmett and talking about how he's listening to this guy so heavy or whatever. So they like, all right, well, we got to go ahead and get into these cards. And even though everybody seemed like they having a good time, you could see like Darnell giving eyes every once in a while at the fact that Keisha's there. Trig is giving eyes at the fact that Keisha's there, and he's seeing the little movements between her and Emmett or whatever have you. So I'm like, yeah, we all see it. We all see it. And so, but other than that, they did seem like they was having a good time. They reminisce of talking about old school music, and he's saying that he made her a tape before, why he didn't give it to her and all of that different kind of stuff. And then you have Tracy and them getting back together. Of course, she not happy with this 20%. She's like, we sent y'all there to shut these damn fools down in some kind of way. Y'all end up making a deal with them and going into business with them. Like, this is going to shit real quick, okay? Rosalind get up and walk out. She's like, as long as y'all gonna be able to handle them and y'all can shut them down. Quentin is pretty much saying, yeah, they can. And he's like, ready to bounce. And so Doodah's letting her know he didn't have nothing to do with this. Quentin is the one that went in there and basically set this up. But she's like, yeah, you didn't do anything to stop him. She's like, you done brung Rosalind in. Now you done brung Quentin in, and you acting like you can't say nothing to him. Now, the thing that got me the most is she gonna tell Doodah he was her beacon of hope. I said, girl, what? Girl, when? When the hell? You the damn fool. You the biggest dummy of them all if you actually thought Doodah was going to be a damn beacon of hope for you. And that he done disappointed her and she can't do this or whatever. She just see things going from bad to worse. You have Papa come over and he's basically saying that, he's supposedly there to help Bakari figure out what he want and all of this kind of stuff. Because, Rashad was telling him, like, what's your hopes, what's your dreams, what do you want to do, and was saying he wish somebody would have asked him that when he was his age. And he was saying to Rashad, if you want to know mine's, I want to know yours. And Rashad was saying, fair enough. So then when Papa get there, Bakari's talking about, nah, you just here to smoke. He was like, yeah, well, I could be here to smoke and to help you figure it out. And so I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, y'all. I'm getting nervous at the fact that Papa is hanging with Bakari, but at the same time, I'm like, is it possible that Papa could possibly be a positive influence on Bakari and be able to help to make that change in him? Or can Papa possibly get hurt because he starts hanging with Bakari? I honestly could see that one happening a little faster than I could see the other. But I guess we going to have to, keep our eye out on that. And so, we see that this game is going on or whatever with Emmett and them. They still looking like they having a funky good time. Emmett and Keisha actually beat Darnell and Trig or whatever have you. And, they laughing about that. We see Kevin get there to the cosplay thing. He got his little outfit on that Jake's fixed up for him. His girl Simone coming over like, oh, okay, this ain't all extravagant or whatever, but it's cute. I like it, and I'm glad you here. She like, come on, let's go take these videos and these pictures and selfies and stuff like that. And Kevin's like, all right, he down and he ready for it or whatever. You still have Keisha and Darnell and all of them having a good time, getting wasted, talking. They kind of making fun of Emmett because of what he's saying with, being celibate, and Darnell saying, listen, we ain't nobody got time to be celibate, and even if you can't use that thing down there, you still could use your mouth and all this stuff. They talking about different music that's the best to do it to, and Rashad talking about some, nah, but have y'all ever did it to house music? And they all like, oh hell no. You seeing a definite better relationship between Emmett and Darnell, so I do like that. But some of the stuff Darnell was saying was just that reminder that he really have not changed as far as, what Miss Jada is gonna be wanting at all. I don't think, y'all, but carry on, carry on. And so we get to Gemma and Jake. They finally have let her father know what's going on. And he's kind of like, listen, you ain't about to have no baby. That ain't going down. We ain't doing that. And she's again saying, it's my body, even to her father, like, you can't make that decision for me. And he's saying, I need you to think long and hard about this, because this is going to change everything. Why would you want to sit here and have a baby? And she uses the line on him that Kevin used on her, because he was like, are you ready for this? And she was like, is anybody ever ready? And he told her, okay, it is your body, but like I said, you have to think long and hard about this. Jake is saying that he will step up. He will get 3 jobs if he have to, and make sure that he take care of her and the baby or whatever. He will not let them down, And so I don't really know how to feel about this one, guys. It really can go either way. I don't know where they're going to go with this story. But you got, Emmett and them cleaning up. They starting to say goodnight. He got to help his daddy up, okay, because he old and he drunk. They saying, is going to drive, because he haven't been drinking the most as the rest of them. And they go to, head out. And, he telling his dad to be safe. And his dad's talking about, you be safe too, and they laughing or whatever. And he like, yeah, you be safe in there with Keisha, because we see she's still there. So then, Papa and Mr. Bakari is still chilling. At this point, Rashad is in his space, getting himself together. Trig laying down, sending texts, talking about good night, Fatima, have sweet dreams or whatever. And as they still chilling in there, I forgot about the fact that, Bakari and Jake have gotten to it before, and now y'all done brung him in his damn house, and Papa getting cute, talking about, oh, he live here now. Like, Papa, sometimes you need to slow your roll. So Jake and Rashad got to hurry up and run out there, and they breaking it up, and they like, man, I forgot, we got to talk to you. He was like, he only going to be here for a minute. It's temporary or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, see, y'all ain't even put that part into consideration either. Like, again, Rashad, you was doing too much too, and he going to, stop when Papa was like, saying, oh, well, what's going on with y'all? And I think it's a good idea that you brung him in. He was like, boy, if you don't take your damn behind home. So they had to, like, kick Papa out. He looking like, what did I do wrong? And then we just see Jake laying there, in the bed in his thoughts or whatever. And we see that, Kevin and his girl is still rocking at this party, and she basically was hoping to win best costume. Now, she didn't get best costume, but then just as she was about to walk away, all disappointed, honey, her and Kevin went for the couple's costume. I said, okay, y'all, okay. And they turned back around and they dancing on the floor, and I'm like, I like her for Kevin, y'all. I like her for Kevin. I need all his little fake friends to keep their hands off, all right? Leave my boy Kevin in peace and let him have his little moment, all right? He don't want for this little costume that Jake helped him make, so that was cute. And they had all the little, sparkly things falling down on them or whatever the case may be, and they was dancing. And I was like, oh, go ahead, y'all, get it. So we got Keisha and Emmett sitting on this damn couch, right? Keisha and Emmett sitting in the tree. Kissing. All right, that's what they was giving me. And so, he's basically laid back and talking about how he's in a better place now and how he have a good relationship with his father now. Who saw that coming? And she was like, yeah, that's a good thing. Some people don't have that. And he looking down like, oh gosh, he look good. And then trying to fold his hands and be like, no, I'm going to be a good boy. That's what he was giving me. I ain't going to do it. And then, the next minute he looking again. And then he's like, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. Then he talking about some, come here. And then the music start coming on, she holding on to him or whatever the case case may be. I said, we see where this going. They start playing hours and she starts talking about, I could look at you for hours. I said, no, girl, break it up, break it up, break it up. Take your ass home. Don't do it. 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 Did they listen to me? No, they did not. Okay, they start kissing. They start kissing, then he start climbing on top of her. She start leaning back. He start leaning over her. She start taking down her damn zipper. I said, Lord, no, Keisha, no. No, Keisha, no. I just felt like they should have took it slow, y'all. I don't think they should have had sex yet. I don't mind them being together. I actually like seeing them together. I like the chemistry and all of that. But I think they are going too fast now. Too fast, okay, Emmett? I had hope for you with your celibacy. I didn't really believe it, but I had hope. He talking about, did I, make this happen or whatever? Did I manifest this? Okay. And she was like, what? And he was like, nothing. And that was it, y'all. They are back in the building. So what did y'all think about this episode? Put it in the comments, y'all. What do y'all think is going to happen with Jake and Gemma? Okay, do y'all even care? What do y'all think going to happen with Tracy in this business? What do y'all think going to happen with Trig, aka Victor? Is he going to even pay attention to what the hell is going on with Jake? Or is he going to be too busy running behind this reporter? All right, y'all put it all in the comments. Let's discuss. All right, like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. Okay, till next time, toodaloo.